Welcome to part 2 of the Suicide Squad episode where we do our preview. Sorry, we do our review.
It's the review. We saw the movie now.
Yeah, we saw the movie finally.
We sat through the whole thing.
I was talking to you guys about situations with me going on with the dentist and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was the hardest thing I had to do, and I had to bail on the Friday.
He had to miss we went to the premiere. I went to the premiere.
Yeah, I had to bail it because it wasn't really the pain, but it was just I had blood in my mouth constantly.
It was like Rocky, just bleeding out.
Exactly, and I just didn't want to sit in the theater just be tasting blood the whole time. So I bailed. Next day though, I felt really good. In the morning, everything was good. So late afternoon, I kind of went and checked it out, and theater was empty. That's kind of what I wanted, just to kind of just relax, and in case I needed to leave, I was good to go.
Yeah.
So
you can spit on the floor.
Exactly.
Don't spit on the floor.
No, I had napkins and stuff just in case I needed to
just bleed.
Oh God,
In the theater.
Exactly. So whatever, it was fine.
Yeah.
So I ended up seeing it on the Saturday, so that's why we're doing Sunday today. That's where we're doing our review of it, and we got some things to say.
Yeah. Welcome to the Wayne, by the way. For those of you new to the show, I'm Alec. This is my boy Sam here. All about MMA movies. Now we're gonna like he said, we're gonna do our review on the.
I just wanted to get into it because
you just want to jump right in. That's cool.
We
just saw it. So we're gonna do a thing where
negative first.
We're gonna do our negatives on the movie. Then we're gonna do our positives. Then overall, we're gonna give a score.
We'll kind of give without spoilers, kind of a storyline.
Do you want to do a spoiler review or do you want to do a non-spoiler review? I say spoiler review. I think we have to. I gotta discuss this.
Okay, so spoiler review, and I will put this in the description. Spoiler
alert. Sometimes we'll do non-spoiler ones, but this one I gotta talk about.
You have to explain some stuff so they can kind of. I want to say enjoy it a bit better, because if they're going in expecting one thing, they're going to be sorely disappointed.
Exactly. So we're going to start with our negatives. So you want to go ahead first?
Sure. Okay, so one thing we found out before the movie was that Warner Brothers went through and cut out a lot of shit.
Apparently there are 2 different versions of this film.
Like Batman v Superman, which the theater one was awful. The Ultimate Edition was awesome.
There was a lot more.
Really good.
There's a way more improvements on the Ultimate Edition.
Exactly. So so much different. So that's kind of what happened with this one, and you can definitely tell.
You can obviously tell that this film has been chopped up. Apparently, according to what I read, they added a bunch of music and stuff, and they lightened the tone. They added jokes, and I don't know. I don't like that. But
the beginning of the movie, it starts out. They're introducing all the bad guys and all this stuff.
A music video introduction for every character.
Yeah, and it wasn't bad. The first half an hour, okay, I'm digging it.
I wasn't in pain.
It was the jump between them introducing and the shit going down, and they need to jump into being a team, and all of a sudden they're best friends. Was way too quick. Nothing happened. I was just we're doing this now.
There was no chemistry building with the group.
No, it was really only the 2 main ones. Really, like Will Smith.
It was Deadshot and Harley Quinn's movie.
So Will Smith and Margot Robbie, their chemistry was built because they were kind of the main characters in that group.
That's
what I mean? So their shit was built, and they're probably top billed as well. And they did that movie. Focus,
which I liked them in that movie.
They did well together, so they've worked together. So
I'll be honest, I liked Focus more than this movie.
Well, yeah, okay.
So one of the biggest things we agreed on is this movie's so clearly chopped up and edited that the story didn't flow properly. Once again,
that guy was dog shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well we're gonna jump to. So the worst part of the movie for me was the brother of Enchantress.
Yeah, the Enchantress, when she was the
totally
witch,
right out.
When she was the normal witch, that was cool.
Then when she turned to the Mega Witch and she was dancing.
Yeah, I hated that. When she was...
I got one.
When she was switching over, remember when she changed into Enchantress?
Yeah.
You see the black hand come up and...
That was so cool.
So cool.
That was a horror movie. Yeah, that was so cool.
Okay, that was at the beginning, though, before I knew what
her Enchantress's introduction, who is essentially the main bad guy in this movie, it was really cool.
Her, in her first form, I guess.
Her second form
was alright. Second form was stupid.
I was laughing every time.
Yeah, and her brother looked like it was like
a destroyer from Thor.
But it had you remember The Rock from Scorpion King?
Yeah.
The worst CGI you'll ever see.
And he looked like an orange creamsicle. He was all orangey and
It was a cross between Destroyer, this like samurai thing, and The Rock's face. But
they never gave him a name. They just called him Brother. Like, I don't know who the hell this is supposed to be. I don't know why I care about him. He was awful. Also, the henchmen looked like little Play-Doh douchebags.
They just looked like clay.
They looked so stupid. They had like little black bubbles on their face. It was so dumb. And what the hell is up with the portal? Why does every movie need a portal in the sky?
And I didn't actually know what the portal was. Like,
what was the point of the portal?
I didn't know what she was planning on doing.
No.
Yeah, but the thing you remember with the putty men or whatever you want to call them. Sorry, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But
or like that was like the Power Rangers movie. They was like the putties.
Putty. Power Rangers. Sorry. Foot soldiers for Ninja Turtles.
They're just faceless, cannon fodder.
Remember, they were just like, she's building her own army, and these people can't even die with a shot to the face. And they all died with a shot to the face.
They all died with a shot to the face, and apparently a baseball bat to the face. Because Harley Quinn was just nailing with baseball bats, and they were exploding.
I didn't understand any of that.
Yeah, so that was a lot of inconsistencies with the movie as well. I mean, just awful. Apparently, the David Ayer version, it was very well received, and they didn't let it come out. That's what pissed me off. Let the filmmaker make his damn movie.
Because especially with DC, when Marvel's doing so well, so DC needs to do well to bring it back up.
Yeah.
So I mean, you see how much different it was received, Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Edition. Yeah. So to trust that the people know what they're doing. Yeah. And I mean, this goes with Fantastic Four as well. Apparently the original version was a lot better. We don't know.
But we will never see it probably.
And that's the thing, that's a shame.
So I mean, here's some of my negatives I wrote down. Number one, the character of Slipknot. They introduced this guy, so they introduced Deadshot, Harley Quinn,
the main ones, and
El Diablo, Killer Croc. They introduced this guy randomly, out of nowhere. They're like, hey, it's Slipknot, and he can climb anything. Which I don't understand how that's going to help anybody, but okay, because he just had a gun that had a rope, and you climb up.
Like Batman.
So, so anybody can do that. You can give that to Deadshot, I'm sure they can do it. But anyway, they introduced this guy, Deadshot. He comes out of a car, punches a girl in the face, goes, she's got a mouth on her. And that's all he says, and then he tries to escape.
No, Slipknot. You said Deadshot.
Sorry, Slipknot. Yeah. Slipknot punches a girl in the face, goes, he's got a mouth on her, and then tries to escape and gets his head blown up from Amanda Waller's little bombs they implant in every character. The most 2 seconds. He was on screen for 2 seconds. It was the most useless thing I've ever seen. Essentially, they could have just said, hey, what we're putting in your neck, it'll make your head explode, so you better not try to run. But it's like they were trying to make a big reveal, what's in their head, it'll explode. Just tell me that. Don't bring... Why? This Slipknot guy was the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
It was also one of my least favorite parts.
It was the Native American guy from Joe Dirt.
Oh, was that him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, here's another thing. I hate this actor because he ruined Kyle Reese for me in Terminator Genisys, but they introduced the character of Captain Boomerang, who has no skill or use in any way. All he does is throw a boomerang. They say essentially he's robbed 50 banks, and then I was like, why do you want him on the team then? What is he going to do for you? I don't understand. So Captain Boomerang, he was kind of funny, I guess. Jai Courtney looks like he worked out really hard for the role, but it didn't really matter to me. I don't really give a shit. He was kind of useless. So what else are some negatives? I was thoroughly bored. Throughout the movie, I was just damn bored. I was like, oh my god.
There was
I was yawning.
We'll talk about in a bit. There was some really cool action scenes. The disappointment of this movie in whole is that there was a lot of cool shit in the movie.
Yeah,
but they could have changed such little things to make it incredible.
Yeah, well, they could have added some more stuff. They could have, and also here's something that took me right out of the movie. This was absolutely mind numbing. I'm down with a good score or a soundtrack in a movie. I love how they did it in Guardians of the Galaxy. Sorry to compare Marvel and DC, but I mean, every second there was a song. Every second, this is just this is a classic rock top 25 movie. And then they played Eminem, which is a 14-year-old song for a split second. But there was just always music. I was like, can you just relax? Can you let me get into a scene? You're just playing this damn song. And
it wasn't any music to make you feel anything except for the last scene with the bomb thing.
And then Harley Quinn, she has a scene in an elevator where she fights these two putty dudes. And they play this song that's about swinging a baseball bat, and I was like, okay, you guys just found the song.
And that's the thing, that scene was actually not bad, pretty cool, but it was just all over the place.
I'm gonna look. I don't want to lampoon the movie the whole time. I didn't enjoy it, but my buddy actually said it was aggressively boring, so he hated it more than me. But here's some. Maybe want to go some good.
Well,
or do you have some more negatives? You want to?
The one negative will kind of lead us into the good.
Okay,
because it's about the Joker.
Oh, Joker! Yeah.
Okay, so the negative part about the Joker was he was in it for maybe 8 minutes.
Yeah, we didn't have enough Joker. If you have Joker in a movie, I want Joker, please.
They apparently cut out 8 minutes, so they cut out half his stuff.
Jared Leto, who played the Joker, tweeted about that. He was like, "Yo, they cut my stuff."
Yeah,
like there was more cool stuff.
I guess. Well, we'll kind of just go into Joker. The idea of the Joker, which
is unique. For sure.
I didn't mind what they were kind of doing with him. It was kind of a jumping off point because he wasn't the main bad guy. He wasn't part of Suicide Squad.
He should have been though.
Could him having the main bad guy because what they had him as was basically the flashbacks of Harley Quinn.
So many
had the Joker,
yeah,
and then basically he's trying to get her back for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, he wants her back,
and then she's like doing whatever he says and whatever. So what you're saying, having him the main bad guy would have been cool.
Awesome.
So he's trying to hurt everybody. Harley Quinn's kind of with them, but screwing them over at the same time because she's with Joker.
She was really.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, she was really good. Yeah, that was still really good. I stuck by that casting like a lot of people did. I thought Margot was perfect for Harley Quinn. Another thing that made me mad about the Joker was he didn't obviously they cut some stuff, but he didn't do anything cool.
Really did when he's Joker, doing the thing with her head. Yeah, I was just like, oh shit, and then nothing. They cut it. Then nothing.
Apparently, they cut a lot of his stuff because they thought the rumor is there was a lot of abuse towards Harley.
But that's part of
it's an abusive relationship.
That's every single comic shows that.
Yeah, it's bad, but
it's the most abusive relationship.
Yeah, and this movie was sexist anyway. I'll get into some of the stuff too. There's a scene where they're trying to stop Enchantress, and Deadshot, who was my favorite character in the movie, played by Will Smith, goes up to Rick Flag, who I also didn't mind. I know you didn't like him.
I just don't like the guy.
Oh, RoboCop?
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes up to Rick Flag and he goes, "Yo, go up to your girl, slap her on the ass, and tell her to behave," or something. I was like, what year is this? You can't talk like that anymore. I was like, come on, Will Smith. But anyway, so Joker, we'll come back to Joker. Didn't do enough cool stuff. Here's the thing, though, and I think you and I kind of agree on it. I'm down to see him if they make Joker the main bad guy in the Ben Affleck Batman.
Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. Yeah. I actually, from the little parts that we did see, I actually really enjoyed him.
I didn't hate him. Yeah. I didn't hate him. I thought I was going to hate him.
It was just a cool way to do it. Like
a Scarface Joker.
Yeah, the way I kind of thought about it was... you know how, let's say, Jack Nicholson's Joker was. Like, he was crazy, he was laughing all the time. Maniacal like that, but he's like kind of mafia kind of stuff. It was kind of that, but
he took from everybody.
Yeah, he kind of took that and just kind of went like modern gangster style.
Yeah, he was like a pimp daddy.
Exactly.
He was like always like G'd up and
shredded with gold chains.
Here's one thing that I can like too is we discussed this as well. When you have a Joker Batman dynamic, the fight goes, when they fight, it's a one punch from Batman. He knocks out the Joker. This Joker, I can believe can throw down.
He looks crazy and he fights people. So I'm honestly, I'm down for that.
I liked the scene. Okay, here's a scene I liked, and there were some parts I didn't like. When they kind of introduced Joker and Common's in the scene. I don't know who he's playing. But Common's looking... Okay, there was a song playing, and it's Harley Quinn, and she's in a cage, and it goes, "You don't own me." I forget who sings it, but it's like, "You don't own me," and it's like that famous girl song about, powerful females. Great song.
And she's stripping.
And she's basically in this cage, the next scene, stripping in a cage, and then Common goes, "Yo, I like your bitch," or something like that. And then, Joker's like, "Oh, you want her? You can have Harley." And then he goes... He's all excited, because, Harley's, dancing along Common, and he's just like... "Oh, I can't do this. This is your lady." And then he goes, "Oh, you don't like my girl?" And then he kills him.
Yeah.
But it's what? Were you gonna kill him anyway? Or if he did take him, he was just gonna kill him anyway. So that was, I guess, the coolest thing. This is a movie I think could have benefited with an R rating too.
Absolutely. Yeah. For me, I liked the scene where she jumps into the toxic waste.
That was really cool.
He jumps in after her, and they're laughing and making out.
I like the romance. I like them together.
It would have benefited a lot more from that.
If we got more than 8 minutes of Joker.
And that's what I'm saying. I was really impressed by his, portrayal of the Joker, and that's the problem, that everybody wanted more. So that's a good thing in the way that it's a jumping off point.
Yeah.
He already said he'll do it again.
Yeah. I want to see him in a Ben Affleck.
Having him in the Ben Affleck movie, I think, would be the smartest idea for them to have.
Because you want to explore that character more. And
just see how crazy it is. Because it showed me remember when he's. I mean, it's a stupid scene where he's lying in that whole room of knives.
Yeah, and he's just laughing.
But it kind of just showed a bit of how crazy he was, and I wanted to see him actually do something that was psychotic.
We just didn't get a good enough grasp of what he is. Because we know that Heath Ledger's the anarchist Joker, Cesar Romero's kind of your classic old school comic book one, Jack Nicholson, kind of a mob boss, and this guy's kind of a pimp daddy criminal.
It was a cool.
But we didn't get enough.
Yeah.
And every single, whenever we have Joker, no matter what, whether it's a comic book, a cartoon, or a movie, he does something that steals the show. It's Joker's show. He's a human who's just a wild card and he's insane. He didn't do anything.
I think the flashbacks would have showed that if they just showed what he was doing to Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and it's weird.
And I think the craziness that they showed, the only scene that I think kind of captured that the most was the toxic waste thing.
Yeah.
Because he makes her would you die for me? Would you live for me? She jumps in, and then he starts walking away, and then he's just shit, and he takes off his jacket and jumps in after her.
Yeah.
It's just such a crazy thing.
Here's another, I gotta go back to another negative. The Batman cameos. I love Ben Affleck's Batman. I wanted more. There's a shot when Batman's introduced and he captures Deadshot. And there's this, I hate to attack child actors or actresses, but Deadshot's daughter, Deadshot's about to shoot Batman. So Batman essentially lost this fight with Deadshot. So they made him kind of he was gonna shoot, from what we know, it looked like Deadshot was gonna shoot Batman, so Batman was beat. Then Deadshot's daughter goes in front of the gun and is like, "Don't kill him, Daddy. Don't kill him." That's a better performance than that little girl. After watching a show like Stranger Things and seeing these awesome actors and actresses, this girl, once again, I was very aware that you're doing, you didn't suck me in at all. That's another scene I didn't like, so that scene I didn't really appreciate. And also, I like the purple Lamborghini scene. But it also kind of, because I like the romance with Joker, and it seems like Joker would do anything for Harley in a really crazy way. But Joker, the purple Lamborghini falls in this lake, and Batman dives in after her. Where's Joker?
He got out.
He got out, and he's left Harley Quinn to get captured. I didn't really like that. But, I don't know, that's another thing. So, sorry, that was another negative. Can I tell you my favorite part of the movie?
Yeah.
I mentioned it, my favorite character was Deadshot. He had the best action sequences when they show what he can do with his aim. And then
it's just one circle.
There's only a circle. He has all these they bring him to a shooting range essentially, and Rick Flags let me see what you can do, and he shoots in dead center every single time in the Kanye West song Black Skinheads playing. That just backed me up pretty good.
And all you see is just one circle through every target because the bullet's going right through
this guy never misses. So I thought, and also Will Smith's portrayal. You know it's Will Smith. You know it's a Fresh Prince, but I still thought he was Deadshot.
He was perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely perfect.
He didn't take me out because you were scared. Will Smith's in this. It's Will Smith. You're scared he's gonna steal every scene and take over the movie. He really didn't.
I think they should make one. I
want a Deadshot. I would be actually more excited for that than I think even a Harley Quinn or something standalone. Yeah. So there's that, and then when they show what he can do, because Rick Flag goes, "Listen, I know when shit goes down, you're gone. You're not gonna fight with us." And then he goes, "Oh yeah, well watch this." And the putty dudes are attacking, and Deadshot's he's shooting all of the putty dudes, and it's badass. That's the only part of the movie that I love that scene. So cool.
For me, it was absolutely that. Yeah. But I don't know what it was. I really, really liked that toxic waste scene.
No,
I thought that was so cool.
It looked beautiful too with the colors swirling. Yeah. No,
yeah.
So
those are my two favorite scenes. Hands down.
Deadshot.
I also enjoyed when they were fighting the witch lady at the end. And they she says, what do you guys really want? I'll give you guys what you really want. Yeah. And then they go, Deadshot, Batman's dead on the ground. Yeah. Harley Quinn, it's
That's how crazy Harley Quinn is. She thinks Joker's a normal person.
Yeah, it's just a normal family. You see normal Jared Leto. She's got curlers and a baby. Yeah. And one thing we should mention, though, besides the crazy fire god scene, I actually liked El Diablo. I thought he was pretty cool.
El Diablo was an interesting character. The more I think about him, the more I actually kind of enjoy him. Because at first I heard reviews that a lot of people might have El Diablo as their favorite character.
I thought he was pretty good.
So here's my only beef: is he's almost this is a spoiler review, so I'm going to say it. his power is he's essentially a fire god. He shoots fire. So he discusses what happens to his family, which is weird because he has 2 kids and a wife. And his wife finds a bunch of money, and she goes, "Where'd all this money come from?" And guns. And she goes, "I thought you were clean." And I was like, "You thought that guy was clean? He has a skull tattooed on his face." So that was kind of weird. And then it basically shows that El Diablo, in an angry rage, killed his whole family.
Yeah, and like with the fire and everything going on.
He had a rage. And for me, it's like, screw you, man. You killed your family. I don't care about you. You're a piece of crap.
Yeah.
So for me, I kind of liked how more of a serious tone it was, but like, for me, the portrayal was really good, but I also didn't, when eventually El Diablo turns into like this like Mayan god fire dude, and then he fights the main bad guy, the orange creamsicle bad guy, and I just didn't really like the way it looked.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I thought it was really stupid. So I mean, El Diablo was kind of he was a good portrayal. He was alright, but
like the people that were meant to be the main people, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Joker, were good.
I also just liked the Suicide Squad dynamic. Yeah. I liked them, even though it wasn't built. Eventually, once the more they showed him, I was like, I kind of like them together.
One thing I'll also say, Killer Croc.
Oh yeah,
forgot about Killer Croc.
That was one of the most racist things ever.
The face was perfect.
Yeah,
but like when you see him standing there, his head looks like so big
and
for his body.
It's kind of small.
Yeah, like in Killer Croc, like the way I always remember it was just jacked.
Yeah.
Hulk with alligator skin.
Yeah, that's essentially what it
is. It wasn't like that. The face was perfect, but he needed to be more jacked.
I also, whenever he talked, apparently in the air cut there was way more Killer Croc. They cut a lot of his stuff. When he talked, I didn't like anything that almost came out of his mouth. She goes like, you know, Harley Quinn goes, "We're all ugly on the inside." And then she goes, "Except for him, he's ugly on the inside and on the outside." And then Killer Croc goes, "Yo, no, you're wrong. I'm beautiful." And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, when they saved the day, Amanda Waller, she was really good. I like the Viola Davis as Amanda Waller.
Well, I mean, in pretty much anything.
She's a great actress.
You can't.
She's so evil. But they go, "What do you guys want? Like, what do you guys want?" And like, Deadshot's like, "I want to see my daughter." And then he goes to Killer Croc and he goes, "I want BET." And I was like, oh my god. Yeah. So, okay, so I guess Killer Croc likes BET, and I know the actor that portrays him as African American, but still, it was like
it was pretty.
It was pretty like on the nose.
It was like, come on,
like really,
that was a bit too much.
It was a bit too much. So, but yeah, overall, I mean, do you have anything more to say about the movie? You want to give a score? Or?
Sure, let's give it a score.
So,
I'll tell you this.
Yeah,
I liked it better than the theatrical version of Batman.
I'm with you.
I liked it better.
I'm with you on that. So out of 10?
Sure.
So I think
I'm just trying to remember what I gave, because I think I gave 5 or 6.
For Batman v Superman?
Yeah.
I thought you were like in the 7s, weren't you?
No, that was for the Ultimate
Edition. I think for the Batman v Superman, I gave a 6.5, and I think I can give this the exact same score.
Okay.
And the only reason is because I like the Suicide Squad together, and I really like Deadshot.
Yeah.
Like, that is it. But it could have been, it had so much potential, and I felt, when I left the theater, I wasn't like mad or angry, I was just disappointed.
That's
like,
the thing with
I was
me.
Just sad.
That's what my rating is coming from, because there was a lot of shit that I really liked in the movie. Like, I was really happy with, and I could see how it could have been better, but like with some small additions or some small additions or some small changes, they could have made this movie incredible. They could have had it.
The trailers were so good.
Yeah,
like
I'm not gonna say,
so good.
You know, they could have had it like, I'm not gonna say necessarily Guardians of the Galaxy, but they could have made it in a way like Guardians of the Galaxy was like, oh, I don't really know about this, you know, with the trailers, and then Guardians of the Galaxy blew everybody away during the movie.
Yeah, I like the trailers of Guardians of the Galaxy.
It could have been DC's version of that, where
it's a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, people weren't sure, but then it blew everybody away in the theater.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. They had the potential to do it. Who knows? Maybe they did do it, but then Warner Brothers cut a bunch of shit.
Which apparently they did. It was obvious.
So I'd like to see the other version. Well, hopefully one day that can happen.
You know what? I'll give think the theatrical version of Batman v Superman is 6, and this one is 6.5 because I said I liked it more. So I'll give it 0.5 more.
I think that's a fair
Just stop, Warner Brothers, stop messing with the film. Let them do the damn movie.
Because
the movie.
They need to make some things like.
Oh god! Well, they have a lot of improvement. By the way, this movie's made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like it's made $135 million domestic. So $135 million domestic is not
hope this is my thing.
Yeah.
I hope it continues with the shitty reviews because it will.
Yeah, it will.
But
sitting pretty at a 26% on Rotten last time I checked.
But I hope people still enjoy it enough to go see it, and it makes a lot of money.
People will see
because I want them to stay who they are. I want Harley Quinn to stay. I don't want them to do any recasting.
I agree.
I want Will Smith to stay, and I want Jared Leto to stay.
Yeah.
And so I want them to make enough money that they can do this again, or like I was saying, or like you were saying. In the Batman movie, have Harley Quinn and Joker.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. And having possibly a Will Smith Deadshot movie.
That'd be awesome.
Great.
Because it was cool seeing him on his assassination runs, and I like the idea that he's like, I don't kill women or children. Like he kills pieces of shit that he gets paid.
Yeah.
Like all these guys are killing. I like that. He was an anti-hero.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're deep now. Like they have a Justice League movie coming up, which once again, these trailers are so good. And there's a Wonder Woman movie coming out too. So.
Was it Justice League or Infinity Wars? I heard that is going to be one movie now.
Oh, I think I know Infinity War is not one movie. I'm pretty sure it said Infinity War for this is the Avengers will be part 1.
Okay,
and
that's what I remember, but I can't remember. I read something that I can't remember if it was Justice League. We'll check it out after.
I know the movie's called Justice League only, and then after they're gonna do Aquaman and
I just remember which
Flash.
one it was.
Apparently, Green Lantern Corps is gonna be up there too. So.
Batman v Superman. I can't remember what I did.
Yeah.
But give this 0.5 more than whatever I gave Batman vs Superman.
I'm gonna give it I'll give it a passing, but it's like. Just
disappointed.
Just disappointed.
It could have been so much.
Because I don't know, man. Like and listen, if you watch this and you're like, oh, this guy's just a DC hater or a Marvel fanboy, you can embarrassingly enough, you can see all the DC comics. Not embarrassing. I read comics. I have a lot of DC comics.
Up until the craziness of Marvel.
I have a Batman Returns poster in my room.
Yeah, like up until the crazy Marvel shit started happening, nobody could touch Batman and Batman Returns. Yeah,
Batman. I mean, the original '89 Batman was incredible.
You couldn't touch that. So it's not even a DC. Like, who doesn't?
I love the Dark Knight.
Who doesn't love Batman?
Yeah, I want these DC products.
And,
to be good.
They were great movies, but like, who doesn't love Christopher Reeve's Christopher Reeve's Superman?
No, it's great.
Like, they're classic movies. Everybody loves them.
You believe a man could fly in those movies. So,
yeah, I believed them.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, look.
It's a shame about that horse.
Yeah, and the fact that he's dead now.
You know what happened? This is a serious thing. So I think it was something stupid like a month or 2 months after that his wife died after he died.
Oh,
because she was all like messed up about it. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Christopher. He was awesome. He was also awesome in Village. Yeah, and your wife. He was awesome in Village of the Damned.
Yeah.
John Carpenter film. I loved him in that. It's totally off topic. Sorry, guys. But look, I want DC to be. There's
nothing more we want
than good DC
movies.
I also want competition.
Yeah.
Like back to this is an MMA show too. When Pride and UFC were on, I love that beef.
Man, Pride was
made it the best.
At the time.
I want DC because right now for me. I Marvel's spanking DC's ass.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of quality movies,
it doesn't make
Marvel.
sense because DC has Batman.
They have Batman and they have Batman's Rogue Gallery.
They have Batman, they have Joker,
they have Superman.
And you could make this Wonder Woman. Good. Well, now Wonder Woman. Like I'm not gonna lie, I never cared about Wonder Woman until this hottie came along.
Yeah, I mean she's badass too.
And now they're even making Aquaman cool.
I said it in another show. Aquaman was my favorite. Yeah, I really hope.
But it's well known that nobody liked him. You know,
it's because he's.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
a lot of people liked him, but it was.
I swam against the current in that.
Yeah. It was well known that not too many people liked him. So the fact that they're actually making him badass is a wicked idea. It is awesome, but
look, I am actually kind of happy because. I'm pretty bad for flame wars online. So when a lot of DC hardcore fanboys just attack critics, and I'm not gonna get into the critics thing again. I did it last video, but I kind of like came to the realization, don't feed the trolls who won't change their mind or listen to anybody. Just think of the movie.
Well, now we're celebrities now. So
yeah, exactly. We're big time now,
so we can't feed the trolls. If somebody starts trolling our channel, we can't Jay and Silent Bob go to their house and beat the shit out of them.
I wish, no, I wouldn't. but no, I mean, just now I'm just gonna I'm gonna share my thoughts with my friends. I'm gonna share it with you guys, obviously. If you like the movie, that's great. It's not like I want you to go and have a bad time at the film, but for me, it's one thing to be like, oh, give me your reasons why you don't like it, and then you just say no, you're wrong, or vice versa. I want to know why you like something and why you hate it. We just gave a lengthy thing why we were disappointed. So don't comment and be like, oh, you guys are idiots. It was great. Well, let me know why you thought it was great. Because I agree. When I was in the audience, a lot of people were into the movie.
Yeah.
People were into it. The teenagers mainly. A lot of younger people, they were like, whoa.
And honestly, if you're not super jacked up about the movie and you're going to watch it as a movie, whatever, I think you'd have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I can see people enjoying this movie. I've yet to, any of my friends, no one's really liked the movie.
That's the thing. It's just it all depends on what type of stuff you like and whatever. If you're going in not knowing very much, not knowing whatever, I think you'd enjoy the movie. Here's
what I think DC could have done. And it's look, everybody knows, if you know Marvel and DC, Marvel stole a lot of their characters from DC.
Yeah.
So why couldn't have DC just stole the same model that Marvel did in their cinematic universe and introduce us to every single character, make us love every single character, and then bring them together? Why are they going vice versa? They're like, no, we're gonna have Batman v Superman fight right away. You could have built up to that, because that's a main event thing. Because you'll notice in none of the movies, it's not been very rarely has it been bad guy or good guy versus bad guy. It's been good guy versus good guy, and bad guy's kind of in the back. And now this one, it was bad guys versus evil guy.
To be fair, I think it's because they had to show it together, throw it together last second, because you look at Batman, let's say Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan,
absolutely,
right? Those movies, I mean, you can't touch it.
I love them.
So having to start from scratch with Batman.
That was tough.
So instead of doing the Batman Superman thing, or instead of doing Batman solo thing, they decided to do Batman vs Superman, which is Superman Part 2.
Yeah.
Man of Steel Part 2. So they kind of piggybacked off that one to kind of make it happen. It's wrong. Don't get me wrong. It is wrong.
Yeah.
But I think time-wise,
they have to do something,
because they're trying to make Justice League about the same time as Infinity War.
But honestly, it just sucks because for me, I'm such a geek. I still collect Blu-rays. I know you do too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy this Blu-ray. I don't have any.
It all depends.
And they're not bringing out an Ultimate Edition of it. They're not. But here's another thing too. So number one, we mentioned the Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition. They made another cut that's supposed to be the definitive edition. And this one, they said they're not making another cut. This is the definitive edition. Which for me, it's I want to see the other one. But also, if they kept doing that, I'd be like, are you freaking kidding me? Just give me the best version in the theater. Why would you be making all these? No, this is the good one. I'm like, no, just show me the good one.
This is true.
That would really just grinded my gears.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God,
I said grind my gears.
I want to see. Hopefully in the deleted scenes they will have at least the Joker scenes that.
Give me some more Joker, please.
I want to see, because I think he killed it, and I think he'll do well.
And here's something I'll say too, and this might get some flack. And take this for what it's worth. This isn't even a negative. This for me, even though I didn't hate this Joker at all, I didn't hate this Joker. It's the worst Joker I've seen, and that's not even a bad thing. But because for me, it's it goes obviously Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill, Cesar Romero, and then it's this guy, and that's simply because
we didn't get a chance.
I didn't get a chance to like him or love him.
The thing is,
it's so unfair.
If you look at the first one, Jack Nicholson's killing it. He's putting gas to kill the entire, to destroy the entire city, and you see him putting stuff in makeup and all that stuff, so people are just dying everywhere.
And the
craziest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And
Heath Ledger won an Oscar. He won an Oscar. Right?
Crazy psychoticness, but you got to see what they were doing that made them so crazy.
I want my buddy threw this out there, and let me know what you guys think. What if Mark Hamill lost some weight and was the Joker? Wouldn't that be weird and crazy? Because that's the voice of Joker, no matter what. That was another thing that I thought was really weird with this Joker too. His voice, it was kind of a mix of all of them, and he sounded, I didn't know. It was weird. He was just a different take altogether.
And then he was kind of just that Because, like, I heard a lot, like, when he was talking low and into somebody's face, I heard a lot of Mark Hamill's style, you know, that...
I like his laugh.
Yeah, that kind of... and that kind of suaveness that he was having in it, that Mark Hamill does a lot with his Joker.
Dude, like, he was, like, really seductive towards Harley Quinn.
That's the thing.
He was a sexy Joker. I could say he's probably the sexiest Joker.
Yeah, I mean, you know...
that's coming from a straight male.
I mean, but Jack Nicholson had that long gun, though. That
was pretty sexy.
Just a giant revolver that he shoots down the back.
Well, that's the thing is, once again, like, those Jokers had these scenes that sold the pencil. This is why I have the pencil.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger's pencil scene, I'll never forget for the rest of my life.
And that's the thing. So you didn't get a chance to see all this stuff with Jared Leto, and that was the problem.
I forgot about the Jack. I actually forgot about. I always remember the handshake with the buzzer.
And
but when he pulls the gun, he knocks down the.
It's a giant revolver.
Yeah,
like a snub nose.
That's awesome. Crazy. So yeah, I mean, that's basically all I have to say. Disappointed, but not angry.
Yeah.
I was going in expecting, honestly, to hate it. Here's one thing, though. If I wasn't doing the show, like, and I love talking movies and I love doing reviews, if I wasn't doing the show, it would be hard for me for what's the next movie that's coming out? Wonder Woman or Justice League? Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah.
The trailer looked amazing. It would be hard for me to even want to buy a ticket opening night.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear, like, look, I don't always listen to critics. Like I mentioned, I'll keep bringing back Bloodsport. It doesn't have a good Rotten score. But for me, like...
I'm going to say this right now. Like, besides movies that I just can't handle not seeing opening night. Anything Hulk related, anything Stallone related.
Marvel related. I will always watch a Marvel related.
But, like, I actually really enjoyed watching this movie just, like, chill.
By yourself.
With, like, 5 people in the theater. Yeah. Just relaxing, watching it like I'm at home. So I can sit, enjoy, or not enjoy, whatever the case. And I can come up with ideas while I'm listening. Because, like, I kind of liked it, so, you know, I mean,
nice, yeah.
Depending on what movie.
It depends, because sometimes I go to a movie and, like, when the audience is really into it, like, I love the theater experience.
Yeah, Creed, I could not have seen, like, I saw it on my own because I wanted to go see it and people were busy.
Yeah.
They couldn't come with me, but that movie, first night, I have to. I want to see how much people love it.
I like for instance, like, when I saw, like, this is why this is one of, like, my favorite horror movies. It was a theater experience. I saw Zombieland opening night, and it was around Halloween. And I saw Zombieland, like, years back now, and people were so into the movie, like, people in the camera were like, go, go, go! And like, oh my god, he did it! Like, I actually kind of liked it. Yeah. So, it depends, but for me, with these...
What movie did I see last where people were actually clapping in it?
Oh, I don't know. People clapped at this one, I refused to.
No, there was a couple, I can't remember what movie it was. Anyways.
But but no, so, for the next time, I will... see it open night, but if it wasn't for this, I probably wouldn't give a crap enough to. So yeah, that's our review. We gave you guys our scores. What do you guys think of the movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? We want to know. So
and also, one thing I was thinking about, you know, cool stuff is if you guys ever have any, like, you know, I don't want to say controversial movies, but like people, you know, maybe whether it's a guilty movie pleasure or whatever that you want us to review. Yeah. You know, maybe hopefully.
Are there any movies that people love that you hate? Like,
hopefully it's a movie we haven't seen because that'll make it more fun. I mean, if we've seen it, we'll still do it. Yeah. But like if we haven't seen it, that'll make it a lot.
Here's one. And for those of you who are thinking, oh, Alec, you just listen to critics, you don't have your own thoughts. I just watched with you, and we loved it, was The Purge Anarchy. Oh, sorry, Purge Election Year. Yeah. Purge Election Year. And Anarchy. Purge Anarchy had good reviews. Yeah. Purge Election Year did not have good reviews. I loved it. I thought it was so silly and awesome. I loved it.
It's so a good action flick.
And I didn't love the first one, but I didn't hate it. So yeah, I mean, look, and here's the deal with critics as well. In time, like, for instance, John Carpenter's The Thing got butchered critically when it came out. In time, now it has, like, amazing scores, and it's one of the greatest sci-fi horrors ever made. So you just gotta give movies time too and let them stew. I'm happy that we did this review like a few days after I saw it. Let me sit on it. Because if I did an immediate reaction, I think I would give it a little bit more of a negative review. Yeah. But I sat on it and I'm like, oh, it's whatever. So
that was like our most famous one for that is Drive.
Oh god, I love Drive.
Even though that was the same night.
Yeah. When we love Drive, we're like, I don't know how to think about Drive. And after I was like it. I think I love it.
Yeah, and then we're driving home, we're going through all the scenes, we're like, that might be an amazing movie.
Yeah, so, I mean, Drive could be, like, in my top 100, you know? Yeah. So, okay, guys, so, as for what's next, we do have we still have a video coming out of our top...
martial arts.
Our
top
top five favorite MMA fighters of all time. So we're gonna shoot that out for you guys. In terms of next episode, are we gonna do our top 5 favorite comedies?
Yeah, because in celebration of
Sausage
what looks
Party.
like a hilarious movie, Sausage Party, we're gonna do our top 5 favorite comedies of all time.
As of right now, sorry to bring up Rotten Scores again, Sausage Party is sitting pretty at 100%.
Shit.
I cannot wait. That's easily my most anticipated comedy of the year. Easily.
Yeah,
I love me some Seth Rogen.
It blew me away the first time I saw the trailer because you think you're just watching a cartoon and then they start swearing and it's like everybody's dying. It looks so funny.
Apparently, Seth Rogen has tried to make this he tried to make this movie getting made for got made. God, I can't talk. He tried to make this movie for 10 years. And no studio would buy it. Finally, someone did it, and he made it. And
it makes the most sense because, like, if you look at all the other cartoons back in the day, like any of the, like the after, cartoon, what was that thing called? At night. And it used to
Adult Swim or something.
Something like that. Yeah, like all those cartoons do so well. Like Archer does so well.
I like me some Archer.
Ren and Stimpy. If you actually watch
Frisky Dingo, old school. That was before Archer.
And if you actually watch Ren and Stimpy, like the adult ones, they're like insane. I didn't know they made these. So,
absolutely. So no, we're really so in honor, like you said, in honor of Sausage Party, we're gonna do our top 5 favorite comedies. That's gonna be a longer video because when you watch that video, just pretty much like we're gonna be giving you our list, and I think we're just gonna be laughing at these movies.
Yeah, we're just gonna be going through like all the lines, so it's gonna take a while.
This is easily gonna be the toughest list. I know I said that for martial arts and action, comic book. This will be the top.
And
because comedies are. I was like arguably my favorite movies.
Exactly. Who doesn't love to laugh, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, one thing also that me and him discussed, and we're gonna start doing, might even have to do it with this one.
Yeah.
I know we will for our top UFC fighters because it was 50 minutes.
Yeah.
We're gonna start cutting our videos in. Like if it's, let's say, an hour long, we're going to cut it in half.
We'll give you guys,
Yeah, so it'll be like an episode 1, and then a few days later, the part 2 kind of thing.
A little bit of a tease.
Just because, I mean, I've been hearing from a lot of people, I know you have too, they love it, they love everything that's going on, just a little long, which makes
sense. We know you guys are busy, so we get it.
So we're going to cut it down, we'll see how it works. We'll try that half an hour, 20-minute mark. Per episode, if we need to cut it down and spread it out to 3 episodes. This
movie, there was so much I had to say about it though. Like it wasn't like simply like, oh, it sucked or it was great. I had to.
And that was kind of why we separated it into 2 episodes.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. So next episode, expect our top 5 favorite comedies, and we're definitely gonna do.
And if you haven't seen these comedies, when we talk about them, what's wrong with you? Number 1, number 2, go watch them.
Yeah, we will give you our list because we're gonna be spoiler. All these are vast majority.
We're gonna do this one right for sure.
So, and I think we'll probably do maybe we'll do after a review of Sausage Party if we really like it.
Yeah.
You know? So
if it blows our mind, like we probably won't do a preview of it. But
this summer, honestly though, has been kind of disappointing.
Exactly. So
probably compared to last summer, oh my god, Mad Max Fury Road,
it was too much. And I mean, my movie, like
Creed
and Revenant for me.
Yeah.
I mean, there was so much crazy stuff last year.
Yeah, Room. I made me cry.
Creed made
Not
me cry.
Room with Brie Larson.
Creed made me cry. Still to this day, every time I watch it while I'm doing cardio, I'm just like trying to breathe and cry at the same time.
Creed gives me a heart attack of how awesome it is.
It's so good.
Anyway, so yeah, guys, is there anything else you got to say there? Oh, please like and subscribe to the video, guys. Share, comment below. Thanks again for the kind words. Really quick before, I just want to get this on video. A friend of mine just recently passed away, and his name was Steven Svensrud. He's a guy I went to elementary school with and high school. So just want to say rest in peace, brother. He was one of the coolest, nicest, craziest guys I know. Him and I worked at a Pizza Hut together with our other boys.
That would have been a mess.
We had an Xbox in the back. No work was ever done.
Working with your friends at a Pizza Hut? Oh god, I worked with my friends at a Blockbuster. I get that.
Yeah, so lots of pizza eaten. But no, man, rest in peace, Steven Svensrud. You were one of the coolest guys, one of the toughest guys I knew. Nicest, always smiling, and he always listened to you if you had anything to say. I love you, man. Steven Svensrud, please just rest in peace, brother, and I'll see you again one day, but not today. In the words of Gladiator.
That's good.
Gladiator.
Respect. Yeah, no, for sure.
So honestly, it's big because I never lost anybody really close to me. So this one stung a little bit, but I know him, and I know he wouldn't want me to pout around. And it was the same. It would be the same thing, if I was gone. just keep living your life and enjoying it. And
we had a talk about, possibly, like, I asked Alec if he wanted to do this today, and that's exactly what he said. He's like, Buddy wouldn't want me moping around.
No.
He would want me to do this, and, like,
and like, honestly, like, I hate to get real, but if anybody, like, because I'll say, like, if anybody has anything they ever want to talk about or anything, like, always let your voice be heard, guys. Society kind of tells you to keep everything on the inside, and that's
true.
That's not the way to live your life. If you have something to say it. Let people know how you feel. So that's just
some real stuff.
That's some real stuff. But
it's true though. We all have our problems. We all go through stuff.
I'm fairly lucky where I think I'm a very happy guy.
Me as well. I have a lot of people also I know I could talk to if this stuff goes down, which I do. So, I mean, it's So
that's all I have to say. Please like and subscribe to the video, guys,
and share. Because I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'm saying this right now. When we hit 100 subscribers, crazy shit's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's gonna get real once we get 100 subscribers. We're
gonna do something insane.
We will do something nuts on camera. We will get it on camera. So that's our video. That was our review of Suicide Squad. Go check it out if you wanna eat some popcorn.
I'll tell you this right now. I'll go on record. When we hit 100 subscribers, if we can do it by the end of summer, I have to do this. By the end of summer, I will. I will roll with this kid in a jiu-jitsu match, and
Go get it on camera?
Yeah, we'll get it on camera, whatever. We'll see how quick you can tap me out.
Okay. If you guys don't see me in San Diego,
we're gonna try, we're gonna try just, I'll do something.
I'll bring it down to JRA Academy.
Yeah, to see if I can get it to 60
We'll do something
seconds.
crazy.
I don't see that happening, but, whatever, we'll see.
So please like and subscribe.
Yeah, I'll do the full thing and just,
we'll maybe do like an 8-minute match or something. I don't know. We'll get something crazy on camera.
No, it's 2 minutes.
2 minute, okay, 2-minute match.
Yeah, so you can tap me out about 6 or 7 times in 2 minutes.
So anyway, guys, that was our show. Thank you for watching the weigh-in with Sam and Alec. We really appreciate it, guys. And we will see you guys really soon.
Yes, really soon.
Okay, USA.